Demon Slayer can't do me like this. I am literally shaking at what this Mother's Day edition of Demon Slayer Season 3 just delivered. You can't casually end the last episode with Genya looking pure demon mode after surviving multiple wounds that should have killed him, to casually have Tanjiro, being the adorable cinnamon roll he is, just say, if I can help you bro, I'll help you. Just casually whiplashing me, going from, oh, are we about to throw hands, to apparently we're just best bros whether he likes it or not, to then giving a Genya backstory which shows his mother becoming a demon, killing her kids, and then having to be put down by one of her son as Genya abandons his brother and regrets it in his dying moment. What type of Mother Day's BS was this but Happy Mother's Day from Demon Slayer Season 3? Now, I do have a full live reaction to this entire episode available on my Patreon if you do want to see my full uncut thoughts, so consider supporting if you do want to see that, but we gotta talk about this. I'm full of hype, adrenaline, rage, excitement in the mix, and whether it's my reaction to seeing the scaredy cat demon looking like Stuart Little running through the forest, and I'm like, there ain't no way you actually are doing this, but that's kinda clever, to then ending the episode, our boy is looking rather wounded. He's got holes in every which way, and we know he's gonna pull through. Backstory doesn't give me any clarification on what the hell he is. I mean, I thought when we were getting the backstory, I was like, oh yeah, mom probably banged a demon and he's part demon, right? Is this why we're getting this? And then in the middle of what should have been his dying moments, he's talking about how he'll never be a Hashira and he can't use breathing techniques, and I'm like, bro, if you can't use breathing techniques, then what in the actual hell are you doing right now? I am so excited. I think this is arguably the most exciting character that Demon Slayer has shown us. Anytime we've seen Genya prior to really the past handful of episodes, it's like, hey, it's Genya, it's whatever, he's an angry boy, you'd probably get along with Inosuke. But he's gone in such a short amount of time to being the most fascinating character in this show, and honestly, bless Tanjiro for being the best big brother, best friend in any situation. Honestly, the fact that we go from one of the craziest animation sequences, that sun breathing, the flame going, it's beautiful, it's popping off the screen. Oh my god, Genya, he's looking like a demon, what are we gonna do? Oh, I'll help you out. Buddy goes from looking like he's about to bite her head off to being dumbfounded. This is the same energy as when Tanjiro handed him his tooth 2 or 3 episodes back. He's like, I didn't lose a tooth, don't talk about this. I don't want you to realize that apparently I can regenerate like a demon. Tanjiro, here's your tooth, bro, and it just becomes a big meme. This show is blending comedy, action, excitement, murder into such an odd package that it hits so well, and honestly it's the highlight of the week right now. Like, it is so goddamn good, and I love the fact of like how they extend fights in this show. I think last season with the whole red light district, it was masterclass at making like 8 episodes one long fight, and the way they kept the excitement and like, why would a fight last this long? Well, of course it would when we're going up against this demon. So when you cut off 4 heads all in one, what's going to be the punchline? Are they just going to regenerate? And initially I thought, and you can let me know if I'm the only one feeling this, when they're like, oh, maybe the heads aren't the weak point, I was thinking, oh, what if, because they're split apart into multiple beings, what if their weak point is in their heads? Like, what if it's like the Achilles heel, right? What if like some of them have like a weak point on the arm or different things? And then they casually show a Stuart Little running in the forest here, and I was like, oh, so the cowardly one hides in the forest as he controls the other ones. It's actually pretty brilliant, because like with many people, when we saw this demon, the first episode, which was extra long, we see this cowardly demon and we're like, okay, we're seeing rank 3s, 4s, 5s, like how could someone like this be that high ranked? Obviously would have to have some psycho energy, but you know, when you see a cowardly persona, I'm thinking, oh, he goes into the zone, like his eyes roll in the back of his head and a different personality takes over. I wasn't thinking he would split into multiple, like, emotions, and to see someone who literally gets sideswept, he gets hit right cleanly, like, that was a clean hit. I mean, this boy's this tall, and you precisely hit the nape, and somehow he pulls some Reiner BS from Attack on Titan, hardens up his neck muscles, and breaks the sword. I'm going to assume because he's so small, maybe all of the muscles in his body got condensed into such a hard slab of muscle, and that's why it happened. But I love how we literally start this episode going from Genya being like, I'm the one who's going to put it down. I'm going to prove myself that I can be a Hashira. At first, it just kind of feels a little out of place, like, why do you care so much? Like, we should care more about killing the demon. But when you get that backstory and you see how he feels like a failure, right? Not only was he not able to protect his siblings, the promise he made with his brother when his father was killed, which we don't really lose anything of importance, he was an abusive piece of shit. But at the end of the day, the fact that when your brother needs you, you kind of are like, you know, you're a monster, how could you kill your mother? Not recognizing in the moment that it wasn't your mother, it was a demon in that moment. I love how we go from starting him just feeling like he's arrogant, like he wants the credit, to almost like he's been trying to prove himself this entire time and really doesn't feel like he can live up to his brother's expectations. And then to have someone like Tanjiro come in and be like, bro, I'm here, I got you, I'm your moral support, whether it's Nezuko, whether it's Genya, I'm here for you, bro, and I'm gonna be your best friend whether you like it or not, to then having him get blasted like a fool getting Gatling gunned, to saying, no, Tanjiro, I got you. This season is insane. I remember prior, it was like around like an episode or two from last season ending, I had some people say, yeah, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, next season won't be that great. I don't know where those people are anymore because what I'm seeing is just as, if not more exciting than the previous season, and this show is actually getting better each season with that ufotable animation coming in clean every single time. The only other thing we really do gotta mention is Genya's VA went above and beyond. Like, that was some next level voice acting. I felt like, it felt deep inside like we were losing our own mother. Like, the way he went from, you know, that angry boy we've been kind of getting accustomed to a little demonic boy recently, to feeling so crushed and in sorrow. Like, this really felt like, you know, when your life flashes before your eyes, I felt so heartbroken that this was the moment that was flashing before his. That second of the staff about to impale his head, him saying, I can't regenerate that, I'm like, well, goddamn, you really are a demon, aren't you? But beyond the point, the fact that his VA went so hard, this is literally some of the most memorable voice acting in the past 2 seasons of Demon Slayer. Not to discredit past performances by any means, but Genya went above and beyond. He's gone from what I thought was like an Inosuke clone to one of the best characters I've seen in this show, and I really don't think that's an exaggeration. I still have no idea how Buddy's gonna get out of the goddamn liquid jar because he can't use his breathing techniques. I mean, our girl did just recently deal with the goldfish, so maybe she'll come in and cut him free. But seriously, this episode was amazing, even though it was kind of savage to air it on Mother's Day, because to see a mother come in looking like a werewolf, cutting 4 of her kids clean like that, to then having to be put down, that just ain't, that should be illegal if you ask me. Thoughts and feelings yourself though, down below. Did you find this as exciting and terrifying as me? Let me know. Drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell so you can get notified when I upload on the channel. And like I mentioned, we do have a full live reaction to this entire episode available on my Patreon if you're interested. And while you're there, you can also get a video shout out like Devin, Samuel, Loken, and Tip are getting today. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.